Hey, Q
Are
was
we?
quiet for once.
Are we really?
I mean, he sort of had to. We were getting a little heated there, man. And
Well, stuff happens.
he needed to take that breather just to get realigned.
Yeah, that's like some Patreon content right there.
Oh
Ooh,
man!
if y'all knew that the shit that we said before the show. Ooh.
All
I'd be
right,
in trouble.
let's get started. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
You.
and
We also got the Bloodaxe today as well.
he's only partially here, but
I'm the only person here.
Yeah,
I'm just claiming a shift code for that Discord challenge. I'm doing it while I'm talking to y'all.
Discord challenge.
Yeah,
I must
one
have
of the
missed
shift
that one.
codes, you have to do something on Discord. I just did it, though. I'm done now.
No, you'll have to share that with me after the show. I haven't seen that one.
I'll tell you how to do it. Or we'll tell everybody how to do it. We might just tell everybody how to go get the shift code from Discord.
I mean, might as well. Let's start off with talking point. What are we playing this weekend?
Borderlands 4.
But yeah,
Well, I finished High on Knife, which is the DLC for High on Life, and that's started Borderlands today. Before I started it, I know I wasn't going to go back to it. And whenever you haven't played a game for a couple of months, you log back up and you have that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean with Jack Sparrow going, huh? Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I was able to finish the last two things, and I started playing Harlow, which is an interesting character.
yeah.
She's got some really good crowd control, and I'm going to be honest, from what me and Zeno have had, we've only had a few bosses that we couldn't get on the first go. And even then, usually, second try guaranteed. We've died way more to mobs. Like, mobs are the ones that have put it to us beyond, So crowd control seems to be really important. You can wear down a boss, but the mobs will kick your butt.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, you get into an area and you when you get into the area, you start killing things. You think you got an area cleared out, so you move forward, but then they'll spawn more behind you. And if you're not paying attention, it's why by default the option to not have the compass, like radar compass on, is ridiculous. Turn that on. Be sure to turn radar on.
I'll go as far as to say the game's dang near unplayable without the compass because you will not know how you died.
Yeah.
The number of times I've been like, oh, they're behind me.
Dots don't always show up on the radar either. And I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's purposeful, but I've been shot by things and there not be a red dot.
Same problem too with that one last enemy you need to kill to move forward and you don't know where the heck it is. How do you find it? Because you need that compass, man. That compass is mandatory. But
that was the first thing I told Bloodaxe when me and him played together. I was like, oh no, Quinn pointed this out to me. Be sure to turn this on.
I couldn't find him. He was down. I'm like, where are you? He's like, hey, turn this on. I'm like, oh, there's the green dot. Okay.
It also shows you where the other person is. Well, it's funny because Zeno. Zeno is the most don't tell me what to do person in all the Dicejunkies, possibly. Though Bloodaxe is a close second. Not in gaming, just in general. But Zeno, at first I mentioned the compass, and he's like, nah, man, I ain't got it on. He ignored me. Then he got down, and he's like, what the hell's down on me? And he turned on the compass and was like, all right. And found out the compass is amazing. It tells you every direction where the other player is. I'm like, hell yeah. I don't even know what you were talking about when you said you were on the other thing, the radar. I think it's a radar.
Well,
actually,
I just had they just had the top compass.
Yeah,
and then
you want the radar.
The compass is the top, and the radar is a little circle on the screen, which you can have both, I think, and both have value. But as a Moe's main from Borderlands 3, I never shot at people. I shot at the mini map red dots. So
you were built to have all your weapons. Your guns did the fighting for you. They hunted down your enemies and killed them.
I will say, we found a grenade that I do similar. Like when I can't see somebody, I just point towards the red dot and toss the grenade because it's a homing grenade.
The swarm.
Yeah.
Oh man, the swarm.
The swarm is awesome. That
Think-
boss.
What the swarm? What in Borderlands 2? Wasn't that great in Borderlands 2?
I'm not sure.
No, it wasn't called the swarm. You were using secret.
Oh, the Hive. That was the rocket
Hive. Yeah,
launcher.
you were
called
using
the
that.
Hive.
It's called the hive in that game, but it's the swarm in this one, and it is very. We've literally had it where the enemy's in a weird spot, and we're chunking grenades and following the grenade as it hunts down the guy. Now we're using my drones, which will also go through walls. They'll go straight to it, and I just, for me especially, because I can see the damage numbers. I just go, oh, there's the little damage numbers because the drones are weak as hell. But, I go over there and I know where the enemy is. I mainly use them to tag enemies for me. But, what's everybody's general opinion after having played some? We'll start with Bloodaxe, the freshest, and then we'll go on to us two. We played way too much already.
Well, and I'll tell you the same thing that I told Zeno. I said, the story so far is, in my opinion, superior than Borderlands 3. Because that story was really, really hard to work with. The villain so far has been ruthless but smart versus annoying and chaotic. There is a stuttering issue with the frames, and that does get on my nerves a little bit. And the new additions as far as being able to actually go into water, which never made sense why we couldn't before. I guess I just couldn't handle the logic. But being able to traverse water and having a glider with a grapple gun makes traversal a lot more interesting. I got places I probably shouldn't have been early on. So the whole ability to explore has really kind of opened up my mind to some things you can do with in this game that we haven't been able to do before. It's the same leap that they went from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3 with the mantling ability. I haven't gotten enough into the gear to actually be able to say what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy. But just the story so far, but also the seamless transition from Borderlands 3 to Borderlands 4, except for the grappling and the gliding abilities. It plays smooth. I've enjoyed it so far. The enemies, because I'm assuming we're all playing on hard mode right now. I'm assuming nobody's playing on the lower end and in the kiddie pool.
There's a non-hard mode?
Yeah, there's three different difficulty levels. But even on hard mode, I mean, it's challenging, but it doesn't seem super, super hard at this point. But I am kind of curious what it's going to be like once we get into the True Vault Hunter settings later on, once we beat the game. One thing that Zeno mentioned that I am really curious about, and I'm now rethinking my playthrough, is that once you cap out, experience becomes wasted resources. But once you beat the game, then you have another experience bar, I guess, towards your badass ranks or whatever they're calling it now.
Yeah, they call it specializations, and yeah.
So now I got to rethink: do I blitz through it, then go back and do all the side missions? Because normally I explored the side missions before I actually do the campaign. So I do have to, navigate those concepts of, do I want to waste the experience resource that I could be using to level up my specialization ranks? Or do I want to experience everything as I go through each zone? So, but
all right,
for the most part, I have enjoyed it so far. But I kind of defer to what you two have because you guys have played, probably tens of hours versus my 3 or 4 hours.
Well, Zeno, next.
Yeah. So I mean, we've put in probably about 24 to 30 hours of actual gameplay. Me and Q. I haven't played much solo. Mostly have played with Q. I have enjoyed the multiplayer, though I do know that I have avoided some issues by being the host.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
But anyway, I've played both Rafa and Vex. I played Vex for a little bit with Bloodaxe, but my main has been Rafa. I have enjoyed Rafa. I don't think they got the comedy of 3 and 2 into the one-liners as much as the previous Borderlands have, but it's been fine. It is interesting to actually see the Vault Hunters in the cutscenes.
This is change.
You know, I mean,
The game
you're
does seem to
actually
be
part of the
about
story
you.
now, so that's sort of cool. But no, I've enjoyed it. I think the difficulty has started ramping up at the higher levels. At first, for probably the first 20, 25 levels, I didn't think hard was hard at all. Like, it was way too easy in comparison to what I was thinking that starting on hard was going to feel like. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. We ran into some glitches after playing for a long time. Is when I finally started seeing some issues. But I mean, we have pretty hefty PCs, so I wasn't expecting to see too many issues. But yeah, after playing about 8 hours straight Saturday, graphical glitches and stuttering, I was starting to see happen. So I do see the PC issues are there, though. Like I said, good hardware sort of bypasses most of it.
Yeah, we're running some beasts, but first off, fun game. We'll get into the issues in a second. Difficulty-wise, as somebody who played the most Borderlands 3, I probably played more Borderlands 3 than both of the other Dicejunkies combined. I mean, I think I got over 1,000 hours on that thing. The difficulty is, no, it's a harder game, though, than Borderlands 3 by a significant amount. Because Borderlands 3, I don't think I ever died. Like, when I wasn't doing, like, a jumping challenge and fell off a cliff. Like, I don't remember the campaign presenting anything that resembled a challenge until literally Mayhem mode. And then me and Bloodaxe shot through Mayhem mode so fast, it was a joke. We essentially, like, went Mayhem 3, then Mayhem 6, then Mayhem 10. And we did that over the course of a single day. So then it got challenging. Borderlands 4 like puts a better fight. I got downed a lot. Even in the first mission, I got down once. I didn't get killed, but I got down. So like it puts up a good, better challenge than its predecessor. Considering we're not on True Vault Hunter mode or any end game. We're nowhere near. And the True Vault Hunter mode has levels, so we're way away from the highest difficulty.
I will say we also found a couple of items that
help a lot.
Probably because we managed to get some good items
really early.
it did cause the difficulty issue to drop.
When we started having trouble, we were like, man, it's starting to get hard. Then we realized we were using equipment 10 levels below our level. And we're like, oh, well, maybe that's why. You know, we haven't changed our equipment out in 10 levels because it was holding up. Because we got real lucky with the first guy who can drop legendary splash zone. I'll tell you this, farm splash zone until you get a shield. I'll leave it at that. Till you get a legendary shield, farm a splash zone. And a decent
I've been working on him, actually.
You know, he'll usually start dropping it around 14th or 15th level. But now, story, much better. The most interesting thing to me, probably because, again, I've got so much stupid, I played through the campaign as many times, because I had to redo the whole thing on PC to play with them on my PC, my Beast PC. It didn't cross over from Xbox. So after having, because what's crazy, we're not even adding my Xbox hours in. Like, you know, yeah, when you put Xbox plus PC, hours are crazy. But they actually retell some of the story from BO3, not in that they go back over it, but more in that some of the villains are doing what the twins are doing, but so much better. And that surprised me. Like, you have two parts that are very distinctly similar to what the twins were up to, but just better villains. Do they stand out? I'm not going to say you're going to be quoting anybody. But the main villains you fight, the three main villains you fight early as part of the story were interesting and definitely not as annoying.
Well, I mean, the cool thing, just the quick interjection there is the villains actually seem to have their own motives. Where everybody in 3, they were just going along with the twins. You know, it was set up by the twins. These villains, there's a head villain, but each of the sub-villains have their own objectives.
And are doing some stuff, man.
Yeah.
They're out. Yeah, they got plans, you know. And some of them, you know, they do have their own objective and personality. It's not just a bunch of raving idiots being idiots all the time because they're idiots. No, because, I mean, that was 3. Outside of DLC, of course. The main story was just, and then the main villains in 3, what they're trying to do, I got to talking to him about it. I said, that didn't even make any sense now that I think about it. Like, it literally doesn't make any sense. Like, they shouldn't have, like, everything they tried to do just worked. Because they wanted to try to make them seem cool. And fail. But anyway, on to the main game, issues. Before we get into the one that ended up being the worst multiplayer issue possible, my God, when you hear it, it's really bad. There are graphical issues. Weirdly enough, it seems that the host doesn't have them as much. But as a guest, when you're guessing in someone's game, you will see stuff you saw in 3. Spark effects will stay in the air. Xeno's got Rafa's laser beam version of his turrets. The beams will sit in the air for a while and just be on your screen. Enemies I kill will sometimes not disappear, so they'll just be freeze frame there, which Xeno got the experience when he jumped in my game, where he said some of the enemies will still be on screen. They're not moving, they're like frozen, but they're dead, but they're there. And I've learned in his game to like not attack anything that isn't moving because it's already dead.
When I was hosting, what I saw were actual frozen creatures. But when you were hosting and I joined you, I see them freeze, but then the freeze effect would go away and they'd just be stationary there.
Yeah.
Versus staying frozen, which is what happened when I was hosting.
So that graphical, I mean, and the only reason it bothered me is that this is not unheard of in Borderlands 3, but yeah, they're having that problem in 4. It's still there. And given that they just did a big patch, but Xeno saw it a little while ago, still a problem. And when I went to his game, I still had the ghost enemy, just a stationary enemy. The biggest issue, though, oh boy. And I love the game, but this is dumb. While you do get anything you do in someone else's game, like if you find a collectible or you unlock a station or something, it is counted. The fog of war doesn't count in your game when you go back to it. What this means is that when I go back to my game, I can't fast travel to any of the parts of the map we unlocked. I have to go to every location all over again. Now, I don't have to unlock it. I just have to go walk up to it. But I have to ride over to every safe house. I have to go back to every boss to get the Moxie's replay to pop up. So for some reason, the fog of war does not carry over. The good news is you don't have to do the stupid challenges all over again, like go find the thing to undo the house or all that. But I literally have to run around. I spent one time on the first map, I told Xeno, I spent like an hour just riding around at every corner trying to make sure everything repopulated on my map.
Yeah.
When we jumped in my game a minute ago, we tried to travel after we killed the third boss, and we looked up and I said, dude, I have no fast travel locations outside of the first map. And he got to see it himself, and he's like, where is everything? I go, the fog of war, for some reason, does not carry over. Which means I'm going to have to go to every boss arena, every single dungeon all over again to get them to pop up as completed on my map. Now, that's why I'm just beating the game now. The reason I'm beating the game is that if I got to do all of that, I might as well be getting specialization XP. You know what I'm saying? While I'm doing it. Because if I do it now, I'm going to end up level 50. And I'm not getting any XP because you do not unlock specialization until you beat the game. You can literally unlock it before you max out your core level and be leveling both at the same time, which is what we're trying to do. We're still in the 30s, thankfully. And we feel like we're going to be level 40 by the time we beat the game, though. I really do, Zeno, think we're going to hit at least level 40. But at least I don't think we're going to hit 50 before we complete it. If we don't have to go do a lot of farming to up our equipment. Which we will have to do if we hit 40. We'll probably have to do another round at level 40. But, so the fog of war is a problem. You will have to re-explore your map. You won't have to redo the events themselves, but you're going to have to re-explore your whole map. So exploring with your friends right now, it's kind of stupid, to be honest. It's kind of dumb. You might as well do the story and then go unlock, you're going to have to go into your game solo to unlock your map. Now, if you only play with your friends, it's a non-issue. Because the friend, long as you always have the same host. And right now it's Xeno. Because Xeno's got the full map. The map that's filled out. You're going to have to go with the same host every time so that you can teleport around. That's the truth. Now, there might be a trick. I think, because I did notice that when I popped into my game, I was standing where Xeno left me. So I think I can have Xeno take me to all the safe houses. I log into my game, instantly grab at least the safe houses. We'll test that and we'll get back to you. Even if we just make a 5-minute video or a post on our channel, Dicejunkies on Discord, we're going to find out if that works. If that works, we should, because if you got the teleports, that's the thing that sucks. Not being able to fast travel around the map. That's big. We need to test that, Xeno, and find out. We'll see if that works. But yeah, so be aware, if playing with other people, you're not doing your map.
Because I did notice, whenever I logged into my game after I logged into your game, I logged into the closest checkpoint from when I logged out of your game. And I was nowhere near that checkpoint when originally.
So if we go to the silos and safe houses, you should be able to and with how fast our PCs are, thankfully, I can pop out and back in pretty quick. And at least get all the fast travel points so that I'm not having to hunt down every safe house, because I don't remember, man. I'm freaking 47. I can't remember every dang safe house location.
You can't remember things on things we played in Gears of War for 100 times.
Yeah, but that keeps it fresh, though. It makes each run of the hive unique when I forget where stuff is.
And then you yell at me because, hey, I can't find this. Well, pay attention. No, but no, I get it. And that may be something I have to jump in y'all's games to get some of this stuff unlocked, because I want to blitz through it so I can get to the in-game content, because we've always said Borderlands doesn't start until you finish the game.
Actually, no, you're getting that backwards. No, if you jump in our game, you'll unlock. You may unlock a location. No, because it'll already be unlocked. We're going to have to run through with you to help you find the stuff, but it ain't going to work that way. The host is the only person that's getting the map unlocked. Only the host.
All right, well, then I'll have to blitz through it. I'll work on that.
I'll help you, man. I'm just letting you know for the purpose of your map and Fog of War. If you're in someone else's game, location's not going to show on your map. You're going to have to go back to it in your game. But when we push to the campaign again, that's not a problem. Once we beat and get our specialization unlocked, I'll take any experience I can get. And hard makes enemies level to my level on my game, so it won't affect me being able to get XP. We'll drag it through the game, man. So
how important are the challenges? Because it doesn't look like they give you for Iridium.
They unlock a lot of customizations and vehicle upgrades, so they're not. You do want to knock them out if you can. Iridium is the safe house.
The safe houses give the most of the material to.
No, I'm talking about the weapons challenges and the manufacturer challenges and the loot challenges.
Give you skins and customizations, and then some.
You have to kill so many on your knees and so many down the sights and then while airborne and all that stuff.
And some vehicle upgrades. Some of them give you upgrades to how fast your vehicle goes too.
Yeah.
Like I've got Jacob's up to rank 4 because Jacob's shotgun, so now my vehicle is flying. Out of control, but flying.
Now, Steam has the game listed as mixed. I will say that the game is better than that. The reason it's mixed is because of hardware issues. Most of the bad reviews on Steam are people playing is because PC was not optimized for this game.
Especially if you're not running a beast.
Yeah. Well, that's the issue. If it's not optimized, the game's not optimized, so you have to run a beast to be able to play it without issue, which has led to a lot of mixed reviews. So if you don't have the best PC in the world, then you may want to wait. If you have a really good PC, awesome game, pick it up. I can't say on the Xbox or PlayStation what the condition is, but I haven't heard any complaints there. So
No, yeah, I have some stuttering so far, but other than that, I haven't had anything. I'll tell you what, Gears 3. Borderlands 3 had more issues with some of the phantom platforming and stuff, but I haven't had any of those issues so far with this one.
Yeah, I've not crashed once. I've not crashed. And Borderlands 3 had a crashing problem.
Although,
oh, wow. Borderlands 3 had a
did y'all
real
get one of
bad-
these?
no.
The Psycho Masks? So, I did pre-order it from GameStop and got a Psycho Mask.
Yeah, I only pre-ordered the
Oh,
digital.
yeah, okay, that's GameStop. No. I have the full edition, but no, what I was gonna say is that Borderlands 3, shoot, Bloodaxe, do you remember? Crashing was a massive issue with Borderlands 3.
It was crashing a couple
now.
weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago.
Still crashes like crazy, but it was much worse on the Xbox S. I don't even want to know what Borderlands 4 is running like on the Xbox S. I bet it is like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because just loading the game took forever on
on Steam, it has right now a 304,000 concurrent players. So I mean, it's got a good player base. So it's doing well.
Good, dude. It's knocking the former games out the water. It's like triple the highest they pulled last time. Over 250,000. It's doing well.
Yeah.
I believe the game will get, well, hopefully. Well, with that numbers, they'll probably get fixed. Yeah, they'll probably support it. At least I don't fear it's going to get Tiny Tina now. I feel like it's got enough people playing it. They're not going to, because, dude, they abandoned Tiny Tina fast.
Yeah.
They put that crap on auto. They put the Chaos thing on auto and dumped that game in less than a year. I think they dumped that game in 6 months.
Well, I mean, Tiny Tina's didn't even get a release on Steam until 6 months after its release, because it had an Epic exclusive, and that was another thing that hit Tiny Tina's from getting, which is probably a good thing because they probably would have gotten a lot of crap if the Steam community would have gotten a hold of Tiny Tina's on release. I mean,
that game was a sad disappointment, but they threw out that crappy world's worst season pass stuff and just stopped doing anything in that game. They put it on auto. I know because I was still playing it when you guys quit, and it went on auto loop and got dumped. And I mean, they're not going to do that with this. It looks like it's making enough money that I believe they're gonna roll with it. First of all, it's not exclusive, so it got a full release. 2, they got a massive number of players. They've clearly made. Now I don't know how they did successfully financially, because apparently this is the most expensive game they've made too. They spent a lot on it, but I think with that kind of concurrent, they had to make the money back. Because I mean, dude, that's a lot of concurrent players on just Steam. That's not counting consoles. So I'm pretty sure it's doing okay. I'm optimistic. Now, we don't know. The nerfs haven't started happening yet. So what they'll do to this game when they get their hands onto Let's Balance It is another story, because they'll kill a game. Gearbox will drive. They drove Tiny Tina's Wonderland into the ground with that. They nerfed Bloodaxe right out of the game. Then I finally got him a new build, and then he took so long to start it that he got to play it for only a day or two before that one got nerfed into the ground. Because I kept saying, dude, come back, I got a new build for you. I even farmed all the equipment. And he came back. He finally, about a week later, he came back. He's like, okay, this is working. 2 days later, it stopped working. I said, what do you mean it's not working? I look up, they nerfed it, and I was just like, oh my God. And finally, the third nerf, Bloodaxe was out. He just said, I'm done, man. I can't play anything. They keep effing with it too hard.
Yeah, well, and in all honesty, the after game content was really piss poor. Versus in Borderlands 3, there was always better gear to farm, but having dedicated drops made it a lot more palatable than going to the chaos chambers, and the randomization was just brutal. And so, yeah, I mean, and on top of that, we've had conversations privately about, just the story experience it was hard to digest. And so I was super excited about Wonderlands. I was less excited about Borderlands 4 because of my experience with the Wonderlands, but so far, that seems to have put me in a better mind space to enjoy this better than my disappointment for Wonderland. So I'm hoping that once we get through it, that the end game content is at least on par or close to what we have with the prior games.
That's also a comment, and I'll leave it on this. We don't want to make the whole show about Borderlands 4, but Jolt Dude is a big Borderlands guy. You've watched some of his videos. I think we both follow him. Yeah. And he was really railing against the end game. But I actually have to disagree with him on that, because here's the thing. The map is filled with so much stuff to do. And I know what my problem was in Borderlands 3 is when I finished my build with Flak, it wasn't that my problem was that I felt like there was nothing to do. Not in that there was nothing to do as in, oh, I need to farm more stuff. No, I had really good rolls. It was that there was nowhere to go enjoy my build because the maps were kind of small, I was tired of those maps. I'm looking forward to the fact that when we beat this game, I get to go through the whole map, and there's so much to find.
But not to mention just the randomly generated world bosses that you run across.
Yeah, I haven't ran any of those yet. I've seen some of the challenges for beating. There's like 3 or 4 of them. I'm like, okay, I can't wait to get into that stuff.
Yeah, you'll just see a random dome, and the dome may be in a place you've already been. You may have seen a dome there before, not necessarily the same boss is in that dome. It's a random, so I'm pretty sure those bosses probably each drop specific gear as well, specific legendaries. So, we haven't had luck with just roaming around trying to find world bosses and.
Yeah, and then there's vaults. We haven't even started the vault.
Yeah, we haven't even gone into the vault yet.
And then there's dig sites. There's a lot. And then the gear variety is insane. We found guns just with all kind of wild
different licensed parts, and then you have firmware now as another addition to your weapon or to your gear. So, and I know Bloodaxe hasn't seen firmware. You don't start seeing firmware until about the late 20s. We started seeing it on gear, but and then apparently you can do some weird mechanics where you can remove firmware and add it to other things. So yeah, there's still a lot we haven't done yet. So we may put out a solo review once we've gone through the full game to sort of give our tips and opinions. But I think we'll end it up here. So far, so good. I hate to put a stamp of approval on anything because I enjoyed Monster Hunter when it first came out, and I had to eat crow on saying that was a good game. So
I don't think it's a bad game.
I do. I think it's a bad game.
I don't think it's a good game either.
But yeah, so I try not to make judgment without making it further into the game for a final judgment.
And to me, Monster Hunter is the kind of game that this 5 out of 10 was made for.
Gotcha.
It's playable. It's playable on repeat. But you are right. I literally would turn that game on to try to find something to do for an evening while I was recovering from my surgery that I'm still recovering from. And I could not tolerate more than about half an hour of it. And that's not good for a game that after 30 minutes you're sick of it already.
Yeah.
That's not great. And the end game of Monster Hunter will turn your stomach after 30 minutes. Which for Xeno is unforgivable. For me, if I hadn't got so many hours before it got that bad, I would agree with you. But I really enjoyed the game up until I got to that final end game when there just stopped being any reason to play the game. The weapons there's not been a new damn weapon in forever. The new weapons that came along didn't change the meta in any way. Then none of the patches have changed the game significant enough to be worth any extended. Okay, it doesn't even deserve the time I'm spending talking about it.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that its end game needs a serious touch up.
Speaking of time, talking about stuff, The next thing we have is the Nintendo Direct, and I will say not a lot of other news out there just because of current political climates. Crazy week, and it overshadowed a lot of things. Not going to go into detail. You probably already know what I'm talking about, you know. So we're going to move on. Nintendo Direct didn't have a lot of good stuff in it, man. I watched the whole thing because I was just trying to find some news, and a lot of it was just repeats of the old.
Sorry, Zeno.
Huh?
I'm so sorry, Zeno. We made you do that alone because I didn't.
A lot of it was just repeats of old stuff. They did announce that they're coming out with a new game for Pokemon called Pokopia, and it's basically an open world survival Pokemon game, except there's no fighting in it. A lot of people are saying this is their solution to Pale World, but we all know that their solution to Pale World is more patents.
This is why we're having a short episode, because I'm going to be pissed after this conversation. I ain't going to talk to you. This is bullcrap.
As Nintendo has now tried to patent...
No, not tried. Successfully in America. Yeah. They got the patent in America.
Successfully patent a system for summoning a character to help in a battle.
One of the oldest game mechanics in RPGs. Somehow they get the patent summoning something to fight.
Yeah. Coming from a person who hit one of his favorite types of characters to play is a summoner.
Here's why this patent is so, has it been long enough? Fucking stupid. Is that allows them now to sue every fucking body. They can sue every Final Fantasy game past one. They can sue a Dragon Quest games. They can just sue everybody. Now, literally, I saw a video. They were cracking jokes about on YouTube that they're next just going to patent the concept of a video game. They're going to patent controllers. Because, dude, you summon stuff in other games. You do it in the Four Horsemen game that you like. You know what I'm talking about.
I'll be right back.
Darksiders.
Darksiders. There's stuff in there. Sometimes you summon something to swing it. It's literally covers so many games that somebody was saying that'd be like Call of Duty patenting the concept of shooting people. It's just insanity. I can't wrap my head around it. And I don't know who they sent a bunch of geishas to in America to get them to sign off on this patent, but it's utter insanity. Like, it just wipes out all their competitors. It's a full monopoly. You can't even have a competitor now. That's Digimon. That's not just Power Word, that's also Digimon. Digimon can't make games anymore. And Digimon goes all the way back to little bitty pocket monster, the little thing, the little pet thing in your pocket. But nah, man, Nintendo says you can't summon stuff to fight stuff. We own that. Now, I don't think any of the cases would ever go through, but why we were even allowed to patent? Because now we're going to have to waste a bunch of money having the patent thrown out. Because what's going to happen is they're going to try to sue somebody with the patent. A judge is going to look at that and go, how many games fall under this? Nah, man, you can't patent something that, like, every game almost is under. That's stupid. And then it's going to be just a whole... It's dumb. I don't want to talk about it anymore. You guys talk about it.
I know Final Fantasy was one that people were pointing out specifically with the... But yeah.
The Eidolons and the Espers and all the other names for summon monsters, yes.
So...
Guardians, all of them. Yeah, the Final Fantasy series, the Digimon series, they're competitive. It allows them to wipe out everybody. Nintendo's not about making games anymore. They're about suing everybody.
They've become a patent troll. That's what it feels like. But yeah, so that came.
That includes Dragon Quest,
which that did actually come up in the Direct. It But it was came out around the same time, so a lot of people were talking about it at the same time because it's just like they're trying everything they can to try to get Power World to fail. Because somebody put out a game that people enjoyed, and they can't fucking have that.
Even though everybody said Nintendo could do the same thing, and because everyone's more familiar with Pokemon, people would be all over it.
Yeah.
Dude, the guns in Power World aren't what I played the game for. It's for the monsters. They could so easily just go, hey, that's a good idea. We're going to do that. And because of their patents, they can't be sued for directly copying dang their Power World. So why don't they just make the dang game? But no, they refuse to make the game because they suck and they don't know how to make games. I'm just going to call it. Nintendo has said, we're not going to make good games. We're just going to stop other people from making good games.
They made an open world, this Pokopia, and
It looked this crap up.
It's basically a Farmville type game almost. You grow grass and stuff, and the more grass and stuff you grow, new Pokemons will show up and they'll teach you things. Because you're like a Ditto Pokemon, which can copy skills.
Oh God, it's like those stupid games. Okay, it's those series of games where you play as a stupid Pokemon and they can talk to each other, and it's all about friendship and
yeah.
Oh God, I almost said something politically incorrect, but all about friendship and other lovely things. Yay, we're all friends here. Let's hug. No wonder there's no combat. Literally, Power World made all this money, and they still can't get the idea.
For the Pokemon you meet, and make the land of your dreams, and much more when Pokemon Pokopia launches in 2026. Grow crops, till the fields.
And then once this game comes out, they'll patent farming in a game. Or having animals help you farm. There you go. Do you use creatures you capture to help you farm? Patented. Which unfortunately is still a lot of games, because a lot of games you get stuff that helps you with your farm.
Yeah.
What you got, Bloodaxe? Just say something. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want somebody else to talk about it.
You don't really want to know what my opinion is on this game.
I'll talk about the patent.
Well, let's talk about another really cool announcement that Nintendo made, because this is something we all wanted, and that's the reintroduction of the Virtual Boy. And no, it's not an improved Virtual Boy. Isn't
that okay? I'm old enough, 40 plus years here. Isn't that product that like really failed, really hard?
2001. I think I was working at Walmart at the time when it came out, and going to USM, and it was really bad.
Like, it was like a massive failure, wasn't it? Like, just beyond belief.
Like, I can't play any of this because it is a Nintendo product, and any time.
And they patented videos, yes. Didn't they?
They probably shouldn't even talk about it. They patent their name. And what's bad is it's also retroactive to the Switch 1, which means it's going to limit the hardware they can run on, because it has to be compatible with both Switch versions. This is a stupid idea.
1995.
No.
Release date of the Virtual Boy. Because, dude, you're talking about working at there, and I'm like, I could have sworn I might have been not an adult.
Was it?
Or at least younger, on the younger side.
So I guess I wasn't working there at the time that it came out. I guess. I'm
so old I can't even math. Let me see.
Because I was still in junior high in 1995.
Yeah, dude, that was 30 years ago. Even I wasn't. I was only 17. I was about to be like, sheesh. I remember being in school. That's what I was going like.
These lines my God. And monochrome.
So it was released in 1995 and discontinued in 1996.
Yeah.
Yes, it was that bad. And here's the reason why. One of the reasons is that it was $180 in
Which is
1995,
$370 today.
which is $370 today. It's a whole console. And it literally was green lines. It was god awful. The games were terrible.
Red lines.
It was
Red
one of the
lines.
worst products. I'd rather they bring back Rob. Rob was cool. Bring back Rob, okay? Have him push a little button for me, over there. Beep. That'd be funny. I at least get a little. And with the AI technology, we can program Rob to be a pretty good player too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Virtual Boy was garbage, and they're re-releasing it. How much are they charging for the new one? They got a price yet on this thing?
I did not see a price on the. Now, if you don't want to buy the fancy plastic version of it, they have a cardboard version that you can stick your.
Oh, they're bringing back that stupid cardboard crap they did for a while when you built little cardboard toys. That was dumb. Especially because it didn't last. I mean, it was cardboard. It didn't last very long.
You can get the fancy plastic version that has its little stand, or you can get the cardboard version.
They made a surprising number of games for that thing within that short period of time. They are stupid. Like they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks like about maybe 20 games. Close to 20 games for that thing. Oh, 22. 22 games are made for the Virtual Boy.
Oh,
3D
man.
Tetris, man. 3D Tetris. You know what Tetris needed to be? 3D.
Well, it was so bad 3D, man. It was so bad.
Oh, God, man. I forgot what you meant. Oh, I pulled up one of the games. Galactic Pinball. That is ugly. No wonder. Okay, what about this?
The red and pink is really confusing.
No, it's just red. It's super, super red. All of it is.
Yeah, it's just
really,
red with
really
different
red.
saturation points, basically.
God, it's so red. Mario Clash. That is red as heck.
Yeah, the Mario
that is
Tennis
ugly.
was
Are they at least going to make it color this time?
No, it is a emulator. It's an emulator. They're not making new games for it.
Did our games really look that ugly 30 years ago? Or is this just this device looks this bad? This is supposed to be 32-bit.
That device was specifically bad. I mean,
yeah, because that's supposed to be 32-bit, I believe. And I'm like, I could swear 32-bit looked better than this, man. What are some 32-bit games? Hold on. Yeah, because god dang it. That just looks terrible. Nintendo 36-bit games. Let me see. What are some games from the 36-bit era?
Super Nintendo was what, 16-bit? And then you had an N64, which was 64-bit. I don't know if we had a 32-bit version of that.
They didn't do a 32-bit console other than the Virtual Boy and the Game Boy Advance. They skipped the 32-bit game generation, apparently. No wonder they were so bad at it. Huh.
But anyway, I was shocked to see that, dude. I was like, that is the dumbest thing you could bring back. Now, final thing to end on a happy note for me is they did announce that they're doing Dragon Quest VII Reimaged, and it looks good.
7 was one of the last ones, was the last one I played. I thought it was a pretty good game. I'd rather they gave it a full update. I'd love to see it as an action RPG. But I know I'm asking too much.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest is not getting off that turn base. Except for Dragon Quest Warriors. That one was pretty cool.
But, and I don't want them to go that far anyway. I just want them to clean it up. I will play my turn-based Dragon Quest game, man. Don't make them go too far. Now we'll be on PC, obviously, because I'm not playing it on Switch. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Dragon Quest VII Reimage. Hopefully they don't mess it up too bad. Dragon Quest 3 was painful. And it wasn't painful for the reason you think. It was just because they tried to do the whole gender neutral thing, and there was specific personalities and classes that were made for certain genders. It made the game really confusing and not flow well. When you're doing that grind. And now I don't think that you'll have that problem in 7. So, well,
I hope not. I hope that they don't. Well, you know what? Let's be real. That's dying off, man. That's dying off. And the few games that are sticking with it are paying in blood. So, just being real, they're paying in blood.
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think it's going to be a big thing. It seems to not be working out for anybody wanting to be stubborn about it. I mean, we'll see what the ultimate result is, but it don't seem to be paying off to continually ignore your audience is the best way I'll say it. You know?
Are they really asking full price for a reimagined game?
Probably.
That really
yeah, $59.99.
Okay. Wow.
But
It's not
I'll
even a
probably
new game.
pay it. I mean, I'm a sucker for Dragon Quest. I know it.
You're not.
I liked it back in the day, but I don't like it at $60.
You're not for that.
But yeah, so looking forward to that. Dragon Quest 7. I never got to finish Dragon Quest 7 because I didn't own it. My brother owned it, and I played it on his system, and never finished it. So that's probably why I'm excited, because I did enjoy it when I was playing it on his system, but I just at the time I was not in a position to buy games. I was poor. So they didn't get my $50 back then. They'll get my $60 now. I mean,
well, at least you're not buying 3 times like most people that have bought Skyrim.
yeah. So, all right, that's gonna wrap us up, guys. Y'all got anything before we bail here? I mean,
Nothing
Q's
I
been
want me to
distracted
say.
the entire show.
I really got my stomach turned by that patent that we allowed it. It's just embarrassing.
It's been a tough week on multiple fronts, and just that I appreciate you guys and appreciate our community, and thank y'all for sticking with us and sticking with me. It's been hard, but I'm looking forward to playing some Borderlands with you guys and trying to distract myself from the shitty parts of life. So I apologize, guys. I almost didn't do the show today, but I did want to try to get out of my funk, and I'm working on that.
Yeah, it's been a rough week, brother. My sitch. I've been battling, trying to stay alive. So I feel you.
I'm just trying to stay
But,
low key, guys.
you don't get caught up.
Y'all take y'all's battles, and I will support you as best I can. But don't pray that I don't have battles too, because I don't want.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, y'all are including my prayers every night, and again, it's it could be worse. At least I have my health, so I've got a leg up on Q on that for once. But any of our community that's interested in playing some Borderlands with us, I've got somebody who's interested in playing a Vex, which we don't have a Vex main yet. We've got a Harlow, which I'm running through, and you got a Rafa and an Amon. But anyone interested in playing, hit us up on Discord. We'll be happy. And speaking of which, Q, you need to share the Discord challenge that Gearbox is pimping out, so they can get whatever
there's
content.
a challenge on Discord. Let me see. where what you'll need to do is you need to go into Discord. You know, you click on the little controller up the top of Discord, and you'll see at the bottom of the rows of all your channels, there's a Discover. It's under all the channels you're signed to at the bottom. When you click on Discover, you'll see that there's apps, servers, and quests. When you click on quests, there will be a Borderlands 4 loot quest. It's called Borderlands 4
Yeah, I have it
looter
on
quest.
the screen now.
You pulled it up? Good. And when you click on that, it'll start, if you're on PC, it will start keeping up with how much Borderlands 4 you played. What I did is while we were prepping, I just turned it on. You don't even have to actually go do anything. You just need to have it on. After 15 minutes, you can claim the quest, and it will give you a specific shift code that you use to go get another key. So you literally just have to own the game. You know, on PC, turn the game on while your Discord's up. It'll start counting down to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're on
if
console,
you're on a PlayStation or Xbox, it requests you if you have that connection, it will work with them as well. So,
all right, you'll have to connect to it. It'll pop up and say PC or console. You'll say console, and then you'll need to connect it to your console. I don't know all the steps to that because I'm on PC, but yeah, you'll connect to your console, then go turn on the game on your console and give it 15 minutes, get a key.
Okay, all right. So I'll have to get with y'all because I'm on my PC now. I got to log into my Xbox Xbox console.
Me and Zeno need to do it because we got tricked. Because another big warning is that sometimes when you go to a new area, they'll randomly have a golden chest just stuck somewhere.
and especially if you don't have the power on yet, and it's a little dark, you might
accidentally. And none of the other things are working.
Yeah.
Yes, because it happened in the third, when we went after the Ripper Queen. We went to a city and we walk in and everything's off. It's not even a base yet. But there was a chest, and in different areas have different chests. They look different. So we just thought it was a chest. We run up and we're like, hey man, there's a chest. Come over here. Key gone. And Zeno did it once and in a different area, and then I did it in that area.
Yeah.
And I just said, they need to indicate the gold chest or give you a yes or no, because it sucks to burn a golden key when you want to save it for end game. I didn't intend to start pulling out keys until I was on at least level 50 to try to, get some rerolls, see what I snag. I now lost a key, and unlike Zeno, I didn't even get a legendary. He at least got the roach. I got a bunch of purples, and I was pissed. I'm like, I'm level 30-something, and I didn't even get a legendary?
That's
so
something
I wasted the key. I didn't get crap.
Yeah, Gearbox has always been bad about not giving you, better gear with the gold keys.
Given it's a controlled resource that literally has a limited duration for you to put in a shift code, you would think it would be full of legendaries, but no, it completely isn't.
Yeah. I mean, I have hundreds of keys in Borderlands 3 that I will never ever use because I kept saving it for a situation where they were going to get better gear, because every time we would use it, it'd be purples and greens. I'm like, this is
on Mayhem 10, by the way.
They also had that dupe bug on the Borderlands 3 for the keys, where you could dupe them out of your mailbox, but
yeah, that's how I got a couple hundred diamond keys. But yeah, you're right.
They were used to the diamond keys. At least gave you a nice selection.
Yeah.
And we tried to pull that off. All I'm going to say is you're going to get to a location, Bloodaxe, and you're going to immediately do what me and Zeno did and go.
No.
Beating on the door. Open up.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to go to Dicejunkies.com where you can find links everywhere we are online, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And as every week,